Hey there, everybody. It's Gurur again, and I'm going to bring you guys another audio commentary here. It's going to be a 2v2. Let me go and turn on ally colors here. We have Creed playing the pink night elf, or the yellow night elf, sorry, and Shadow playing the pink human. And at the bottom of the map here, we have the red orc PsYkO, and we have the teal human ZeLL. Pretty exciting stuff. I really don't see a lot of humans in 2v2s. You normally see night elf undead matchup, so I'm hoping this should be a pretty good game. From what I heard, it is pretty good, and as you can see here, it looks like the night elf at the top is probably going to go for a hunts build. Either that or he's feeding, and Shadow is just going a normal build, and we also have the orc going a semi-normal build. It doesn't look like he's having a barracks go up just quite yet, and we're having a normal build coming in from ZeLL. Let's see, we have an Archmage coming in for ZeLL. We have a Priestess of the Moon coming in for Creed, and Archmage coming in for Shadow, and I'm pretty sure a BM. Yes, we have a BM for PsYkO. So I'm curious to see how this pans out, and we'll see if at 160 wood he starts at Hunter's Hall and that Ancient of War to get those hunts pumping out, or if he's going to stick to feeding. I don't see the gold jumping around at all, and here we go. We do have the first Ancient of War coming out, and the Hunter's Hall should be coming out right about now. Yes, we have a Wisp pop up, and the Hunter's Hall is also started. And as you can see, we have the Wisp Scout, the Footman build coming in from ZeLL, and we have a Scout farm being put out a little bit from the base, and now we have Footmans coming in from Shadow, and now it looks like we're actually having a Call to Arms come out, and Shadow is charging across the map as we have a Scout farm being attempted to be placed in the Night Elf base, but the peasant is going to die. And the Blade Master is actually headed up, and actually all these militia were sent to just do out this green camp. I guess it's a little bit more difficult than a regular green camp. It does have that level 4 Berserker, but it's going to be crept out with ease now, and looks like the BM was coming to harass, so I guess this actually was a pretty good plan on his part to go ahead and creep this camp out, and the BM does steal the priest, getting up 32 experience, and now he's chasing around the water elemental, hoping to get the kill on it, and the Archmage is probably going to deny it, and the Archmage does not get to deny. The BM waits for the fireball and then finishes off the water elemental, sorry. And now we have both players just harassing. We have a Night Elf Scout coming in across to probably scout this BM for his Archmage partner, and we actually have these footies just messing around, and this half-built farm is still sitting in the base as our Signet Ancient of War is coming up for Creed, and we have more pressure being applied to the Blade Master here. Yeah, there we go. We have a Calls of Arm as this tower is in focusing range. It's a bit unlucky for the human players. He's going to start speed repairing that, and the Blade Master is going to have some focus on him from the militia. And now the ZeLL's Archmage is being chased away by Shadow's Footman and Archmage. And now we also have the Priest of the Moon along with Hunts coming in, and ZeLL is now pressuring this along with the BM, and it looks like the BM's attempting to path block it, and now we have a hide going on, and the Night Owl Scout is continuing to fall the BM, and ZeLL once again is backing up, and it looks like we're actually having a fast tech come in here too from Focus, sorry I missed or PsYkO, sorry. He is going for headhunters at the moment, and we also have a tech about halfway done for the human ZeLL, and it looks like this attempt of harass is going to be pushed back, and the Night Elf and human army are going to be on the offensive, and the Tree of Life is continuing to stay where it was, and we have about a halfway tech completed for Shadow as they did hold off this rush, and now ZeLL does end up pulling these creeps, and the Priest of the Moon does hide with about 80 HP left, and it's going to be a bit careful there, and now the creeps are beginning to focus on ZeLL's Archmage and Footman, and we actually have Shadow. They seem to be taking over the control here, and they are applying pressure very close to the base here, and we're actually having two towers come up for ZeLL to attempt to hold us back. We're actually having militia called right here, and we actually do have the Archmage of ZeLL going down. I actually missed it. I'm sorry about that. I was too busy looking at what his base was going to do. But now we do have the Archmage being chased around by the Blade Master, and Headhunters are finally started to come out for PsYkO. It's much needed, as this push is very imminent here, and we're actually having Ancient Protectors being put down near ZeLL's base, so he is going to be a bit pressured here. And we still have level 1 heroes here too, so I believe the Archmage might be level 2 from that kill. Yes, it does hit level 2 from that kill that earlier that he got from the Archmage, and we do have the second hero out now for PsYkO, and he's going Headhunters, obviously, and it looks like he's getting up a Voodoo Lounge and a Spirit Lounge and a Spirit Lodge now, as pressure is continuing to be applied over here to ZeLL's base, and he's going to most likely be stuck in here as 2 more Ancient Protectors begin their build. And yeah, we just have very general stuff going on here. Lots of Huntresses, and he's in 36 of 40 Huntresses at the moment, and it looks like these footmen were scouting out what the Orc was doing, as he notices there's no units, and obviously there's something going on, and the human base is in a lot of trouble here. This Night Elf is just pretty much going to sit out here and be able to do anything he wants, essentially, as a Sanctum and a Blacksmith are being built. But I don't think it's going to be really able much of help to the human at the moment. He is being Ancient Protectored, essentially, and we have the Ancient Protector eating a tree, and it's going to plant itself very soon, I'm sure, to start throwing some boulders. And here it is going to be start throwing some boulders, and these second Ancient Protectors are being focused down, which I'm sure is going to be a bit troublesome. They do end up getting up though, so he's simply going to be able to eat a tree. And we actually have a very interesting hero coming in from ZeLL here. We have a Blood Mage that is laying down some Flame Strikes on top of these Repairing Wisp and the Ancient Protector, so that's going to be a bit troublesome here. And we actually have Shadow being forced to TP out, which is going to leave his partner in a little bit of a bind here. And we do have PsYkO now focusing down these hunts with piercing damage, which is going to be very helpful. And we actually have Raiders coming down too, so it's going to help in the focusing process. And ZeLL is trying to fight this Ancient push back with just his 2 heroes, as he does have towers in his base, and it seems like he's trying to get some morts out, and he also has a priest coming, but he is very low on wood. And we have another great flame strike coming in here, knocking out the 2 repairing wisps, and more pressure is being applied. And we have a very low Shadow Hunter here now, as the Mountain King does get a bolt off and is able to finish off that Mountain King, or not the Mountain King, sorry, the Shadow Hunter. And now we have more pressure being applied to both players here, and the Orc is doing a pretty good job trying to stall this push from coming at his opponent. We do have a net going down on the Archmage, and the BM begins to start focusing, and more Raiders are coming in. The Archmage is seems like it's going to get away. Sorry about that, yawned. And Headhunters are continuing to knock off this healing that's attempting to go on. And now back to the base over here, we actually do have Glaives now, which is applying some pressure to these towers over here. We actually have Morts too, so we'll see how this plays out. And we have the Glaives focusing down a tower, and the Morts are going to be able to see them, but the Morts does not go and focus the Glaive Thors. And the human army rejoins his Night Elf companion, and it actually looks like the Orc is going to opt to creep out this health fountain rather than go and assist his partner, as more Glaives and Sorceresses and Casters are starting to pump in, and this human base looks like it's going to be in trouble, as ZeLL is, I'm sure, doing his best to try to hold this off, but he's not going to be able to match his army in comparison at the moment. And it actually looks like the army is just alluding to being here, and ZeLL is still going to be cramped up back in his base, and they're going to go pick off some Raiders that they noticed in the back as Sorceresses were passing by, I'm sure. And we actually have a Flame Strike going down on these 2 trees, and we have some actually the Wisp being microed away this time, which is very helpful. And we are going to have an Ancient Protector die. Yes, there it is. It was being repaired for a second. It almost stood up. And now this Water Elemental is going to die. We have lots of Glaives, 4 Glaives to be exact, and they're just applying way too much pressure at the moment. And I don't see how ZeLL is going to get out of this okay. This is going to be very troublesome, and the Orc is continuing to pump out Raiders and just picking off units as they pass by, which is pretty sensible. But I mean, when you think about it, I don't think it's just going to work out too well for him, as we do have 47 out of 50, and the Night Elf seems to be feeding, which is working out quite well. And it looks like the Orc is actually going to attempt to pressure the human base, as his human counterpart is dying quite quickly. Here we have no more towers up, and we have about it looks like 2 Morts, and this Huntress is going to go down though to a slow and a focus there, and that's going to be quite nice. And we actually have a pretty nice Flame Strike coming in once again on 2 Glaives, the hero, and 2 more Hunts. And